How do you guys dust yourselves off knowing that you're probably going to have a new quarterback this week? As a team, I know you're worried about the defense, but just kind of emotionally, how do you get ready?
Emotionally, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's a clear answer to just how you get ready emotionally. I mean, you got a job to do individually. I mean, you get caught up in something else, and I feel like the quarterback situation and emotions, and you don't got time for that. And I mean, with us considering where we're at in the season, I mean, emotions is the last thing we worried about. We got to figure out ways to win games. So I mean, it's not like we were just 5-1 with our starting quarterback. So I mean, we still got things to figure out, no matter who's in that position. And I mean, we've had some injuries. So I mean, guys, regardless of what position it is, got to step up and continue to raise the bar and continue to do better and executing and finding ways to win.
So just keep your head down.
100%.
Were you kind of forced to learn that quickly about keeping your head down no matter what the quarterback situation is when you consider how many changes there have been since you got here? I mean, there are obviously a few your rookie year too.
I mean, honestly, I've dealt with this since college. Even when I got to college, there was a few quarterback changes and us wanting, or not even wanting, but thinking we're going to have a certain quarterback and then another quarterback and having to adjust. And then when I got to the NFL course with, well, who was my rookie year? I think it was Mitch and Nick Foles. And then my second year, Justin came, and then we had him, Andy, Nick. Like, so I mean, the adjustment for me doesn't change anything. I've been having to deal with adjustments and things changing at a fast pace pretty much since I've left high school. So I mean, it's nothing different for me.
The production yesterday defensively was
Mhm.
it's been all season. What did it feel like out there in terms of the cohesion and what you guys felt with building throughout that game?
Honestly, it felt good. I felt like we played dominating football outside of that 2 minute before the halftime. Other than that, I felt like we dominated the game. I know that, of course, we wanted more turnovers, but I mean, I feel like overall, I feel like we dominated. I think what did they have, 130 some yards passing, and I know so different things like that. I mean, was a good step for us in the right direction. So I mean, just got to keep building, keep finding ways to come together, to stick together, to be aggressive, go out there and have energy and let our execution drive our energy and just continue to keep that juice throughout the duration of the game.
What do you attribute it to? Why was it as sharp as it was yesterday?
I mean, just I feel like energy. At the end of the day, just coming in hungry, especially after that win, just wanting to continue to start a win streak, continue to keep things rolling, and of course, me coming back, being able to bring that energy to the defense, that confidence too. Because I mean, I'm gonna go out there, and my biggest thing is dominating. No matter who it is, I tell the front, the linebackers, be you and dominate. Go out there, be confident, fly around, and do what we know we can do. And that's been the biggest thing for us this year. Is we know we have high level guys that can play this game at a high level, and we haven't raised. I mean, we haven't set that bar yet. So I mean, for us, it was just coming in and dominating and getting back to who we know we can be.
Jaylon, for the 24-hour rule, especially after losses, is there like a routine that you kind of go through after a game where this is kind of how you kind of approach this after a loss?
I mean, a loss for me, it's all the same. Loss, win. I mean, I get something to eat after the game. I go home. I watch the Sunday night game. I watch episode of Power, and then I go to bed. I call my daughter and go to bed, and then wake up and then come here. So I mean, it doesn't change for me. I'm not a high low guy. If we win, I go out. If we don't, I lock myself in my room. I don't believe in that. So I mean, I'm the same person each and every day, no matter we win, we lose. I gotta stay to my routine, stay true to who I am.
The Raiders have 3 different quarterbacks. It seems like you can make a case for any of them to play. Jimmy's hurt. They've got the rookie and they've got Hoyer. How do you guys prepare not?
Who's the rookie?
Aiden O'Connell from Purdue. He started 2
Mm-hmm.
weeks ago, I guess. How do you prepare not knowing exactly who the guy's going to be?
You prepare by not watching or being too concerned about who the quarterback is. At the end of the day, the offensive coordinator hasn't changed. He's going to call what he calls. He's going to stay true to his identity. So I mean, really, you just watch it from a scheme, a schematic standpoint. What has he shown you? And he's not going to come in and just all of a sudden change to a new offense because he has some guys that aren't too experienced. So I mean, he's going to stay true to who he is. Of course, there might not be so many complex concepts for them, but at the end of the day, we don't know what they can do. But I know the OC and the play caller is the most consistent person that they have, and he's the one in control really at the end of the day.
Jaylon, you're always open with us about how if you'd love to be on an island, you're comfortable on an island.
Yeah.
When it's Devontae, does that make you even more excited to push that on the coaches to ask them to come to shadow him?
I think I've been saying this, what is this, 23? I've been saying this for 3 years now. So, I mean, they know, you guys know, Devontae knows that those are matchups I want at the end of the day, and it's nothing has changed. I mean, I got put into that my second year into the league, so it's definitely not changing my fourth year into the league. I want any and every big matchup I can get. So I mean, they know what I want, and at the end of the day, it's not truthfully about what I want. So I mean, if that's something that they feel is in the best interest of the team and the best interest of the defense, I'm gonna go out there and continue to do what I do and play at a high level, no matter who's in front of me. And if they have me follow, if they don't, I mean, it doesn't change for me. But I'm definitely looking forward to that matchup, and if I can follow him around, it's even better.
Jalen, do you have a rapport with him at this point? As many times as you've seen him, like before or after the game, where you guys just even talk and
You talking about with D'Onta specifically? Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say a rapport. I think it's like a mutual respect, of course, and I think for me too, kind of just following him around the league, I think it hasn't been too many people that I feel like have competed against him the way that I have throughout the previous years. So I mean, I definitely think that there's well, not even think I know there's mutual respect there. So I mean, just always loved his game, especially coming out of college. It was somebody that, of course, I asked for and I ended up getting when he was in Green Bay. So I definitely love his game, love the way he goes about his business, and definitely have a lot of respect for him.
What have you seen from Bajent when he runs practice squad stuff against you guys? Does anything jump out at you?
I feel like a talented arm, confidence. I think he just carries himself. I feel like different than the normal rookie quarterback, undrafted. So I mean, it's not surprising because I mean he honestly surprised me because I didn't know that he was that Division II quarterback that set all the records. So when I found out, everything kind of started to make sense. So I was like, nah, he knows he can play at a high level. He knows he can sling the ball. And he knows he can play at a high level at the end of the day. So I mean, you see that throughout practice.
Did he show you that yesterday going into the game, kind of in a tough situation, getting thrown in there and being resilient and keeping his poise?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he can't just change who he is. I think it's in him at this point. So I mean, just going out there, be confident, be himself. And I mean, he showed that in the preseason. So I think just now being on a bigger stage, having to lead the offense, I think it's something that he's been preparing for. I mean, I recently was just catching with him and Nate after practice and things like that. So I mean, I definitely know he's preparing the right way and always looking forward to the opportunity. And now he has it.
Thank you. Yesterday, you were going to take a look at some of those runs that were near misses. Did you get a chance this morning to look at them? And if so, what'd you see?
Yeah, just a couple shoestring tackles, couple reads that I feel like I could have got to a little sooner than I did, which probably could have created more explosives for us. So, just went over that and just trying to, look forward to this weekend, correcting those things and being better.
In a roundabout kind of way, is it encouraging to see that there is just a little tweak here, a little tweak there?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, like it was my first game in a while. No excuses. I'm just trying to get my foot and get everything, get back, to being myself. So, just little hiccups yesterday, but definitely some stuff I can clean up. Nothing that I'm really worried about, but just trying to figure out a way to be better.
Coach Eberflus just told us that Phil Snow is going to come in and do some advanced scouting for him. You know him from the Panthers last year, right?
Tell you who?
Phil Snow, the defensive coordinator last year with the Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about him just from being around him last year?
I can't say I really know too much about him. Just kind of seeing him around. Didn't really have a lot of interaction with him. You know what I mean? But
Going back to some of those plays yesterday, is there one that sticks out that, might lose sleep over that you were that close? Is there one play that, if you, did one thing differently, it might have been a touchdown?
I mean, I can't necessarily say that it would have exactly been a touchdown, but I think I would have gave myself a better chance to score a touchdown. So I would say probably after halftime when we came out, I want to say, man, I think it was the first carry I had inside zone, and I feel like I went over to the left a little bit too far. I think if I would have pressed the A-gap and bent it back like I did kind of my first carry, then I would have had a chance to be up on the corner and make him miss, and it was nobody back there. So I think that was one of the ones for sure that I'm mad about. And then just probably my first carry of the game too. Just getting tripped up. I feel like I'm on to the safety at that point, and just me and him feel like I can make him miss and go score. So those are two. I feel like I wish I could have back for sure.
What do you think of Bajent in the huddle yesterday? And going forward, what does everybody have to do to kind of help him out if he's going to end up starting here for a while?
one, we just got to be better on offense as a unit. But as far as him in the huddle, I think he commanded the huddle really well. We've seen his poise and his presence, through training camp, preseason, and so and then even at practice, running the scout teams and stuff. So I mean, I don't think he showed anybody anything different than what we expected him to be. So just if he does get the chance to go out there and start, I think everybody will rally behind him, and I think he'll handle the moment in itself, well.
You were with him on the scout team. Is there one play or one moment that stands out about something you saw that jumped off?
Not necessarily. It's just I think for me it's just the way he carries himself and his poise and just how he goes about business is what I respect.
How do you describe his presence?
It's just very confident, passionate. Just somebody who expects to go out there and play well. I think I get that sense from him. So ultimately you got to go do it though. So I'm looking forward to that. Granted he gets that opportunity.
But what are your feelings for Justin looking at a potential absence here?
I mean, what do you mean though exactly?
Well, that doubtful for Sunday, the idea that he could miss several games here moving forward. What's your feeling from him as a teammate that he's looking at this possibility?
Yeah, it sucks. I've dealt with injuries and just being out because of those things, and so it definitely sucks. But it's a part of the game. Is what we signed up for. So just wish him all a speedy recovery and whatever that looks like. I mean, I don't really know the exact what's really up with him, but speedy recovery. Hope to see him back out there soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.